So if you like to be the top class principal, it means that you somehow can take your teachers and colleagues to be part of this leadership program. I think that the first thing is somehow to understand that you can't do this by yourself, alone. It means that distributive leadership, one of the key things. Then you can't be anything else that you are. I think that your personality as a human being, your own life experience, everything is very important part of your leadership. So if you think about it, that okay, I can act like the leader, you never come in very good one. But if you think that I can be a good leader because I'm this kind of person and I know myself, I know where I'm good at and I know where I need the help, then perhaps you can step by step to develop yourself to becoming the good leader. Then you must be brave. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Don't be afraid about that kind of criticism and sometimes the things are not going as you have planned. But one part of this braveness is also that you are ready always to be on your teacher's side, and if you are doing something together, the worst thing what the principal can actually do is that if things are not going right, okay, it was my teacher's mistake. I give them the plan, but they were not capable to put that in practice. You always must stand behind your teachers and give them the shelter. And then I think the one thing what all the good principals need is that they must know what happened there in the education policy. Not only in Ukraine or Finland, but all over the world. We must be the good learners, we must be interested about the world. I always say that when I read the newspaper home, that's my way to understand that, okay, I find some interesting article there and I start to think about it that, hey, sounds quite interesting, that can we bring this somehow in our school? And then I go with my teachers and said, hey, have you read this? And then we start to analyze and somebody said that, okay, I know some people who are, for example, make some research of this area. If you like to be really top class, you must be eyes open and be very curious about what's happening there in the world. And then try to sharing the ideas with your students and teachers and try to making something what we call uniqueness. But most important thing is that you must always understand your main point of your work, and I have named it that my main work is to protect the childhood. Whatever I do, I think that my first action is think about it, that what's happening for my kids. Every now and then we get quite a lot of criticism coming out of the school. Some people say that your students are doing this or that or whatever, or maybe it's more general that the youngsters of our society they don't respect this and that and those things. And I always stand there with my students and give the voice for them and say that we are living with the students who are much better than their fathers and grandfathers. So they are just living different kind of world, and I hope that even some other people understand that they are not same as we are. Being the part of that kind of actions, you also get the respect of your students, and that's one of the most important thing what you can get, that the students think about it, that our principals is on our side.